Dudes, remember the ride through the Deep South on the Goldwing to get a po' boy sandwich? Or the tat on the little Honda going through Moab or through that hellscape endless desert near Craters of the Moon? What those rides had in common is that they were hotter than my delicate sensibilities can handle, and I can't take it anymore. When I got back into motorcycling, all I knew was to get a big jacket that included armor, and that's what I did. And I love my Climb induction jacket. It's fantastic. And I found it for $100, which was a bonus. But as good as the airflow is, when it's in the 90s or the hundreds, it is no bueno. Now, about a year ago, I started seeing stuff online about changing it up and wearing a padded getup of some sort on your body and then layering on top of that. So I've been scoping out that sort of a setup, and being a big fan of Itchy Boots, I was really interested in the Proteus because I think that's what she uses. But after some research, many folks are reporting that it's still pretty hot. So I kept looking until I found Bohn body armor. I know I've seen this brand before, but it turns out they're right out of Mooresville, North Carolina, right down the street. And they've been making this armored base layer gear since 1997. All the reviews I saw were crazy good, and they all emphasized the ability to stay cool in the high heat. So anyway, they agreed to send me out something to try out in return for sharing my opinion on it. They did give me this piece of gear, but I'm not obligated to say anything I don't want to say. I'm going to give you my real opinion. So what we're looking at is the Bohn Airtex Adventure shirt with chest protection. Now, my Climb jacket doesn't even have chest protection, which made me think maybe I don't need that. And they do have another version of this without it. But I talked to Kristen at Bohn, and she said that while the one without chest protection is just a wee bit cooler, she really did recommend this. And so I took her advice. So we've got CE level 2 armor at the chest, the back, the shoulders, and the forearms, elbow area. And all of these pads are super easy to get in and out, so you can wash your stink out of this thing now and then. The armor is flexible. It has holes all through it for ventilation. The zip-up shirt is made with breathable mesh and Lycra construction, so you can wear it as a standalone layer or under your existing gear. And the one thing that's important to me is the zipper on the front, like it's a jacket style. And so you've probably seen the armored shirts that you can pull on, but I want something I can take off easily when I stop for a bite or whatever. I'll likely wear this over a t-shirt, and then I can just take it off and set it aside until I get back on the bike, which is great. So let's see how this fits. Good zipper. All right, it fits snug, and the reason is because you want those pads to be where they're supposed to be. You don't have to worry about it. Nothing's going to be jostling around because everything's against your body. And while that's true and it does fit snugly, the pads, I don't even know. I mean, you can't even really feel them. They're there, but this is more like wearing a t-shirt than wearing a padded jacket. It's got total mobility, very different from the big padded jacket. Yeah, the pads feel great. There's some articulation in the elbow, which is nice. But this really, it just feels like wearing a t-shirt. I got a large, the size chart is accurate, but you can also just call them up and just be like, give them your measurements, and they'll tell you exactly what you need. So that's it. Now, obviously, a mesh shirt isn't gonna give you any sort of abrasion protection. My plan would be to wear this when I'm puttering at slow speeds on the forest roads or trails, or I'm gonna remove the pads from my jacket and I can throw that on for the slab. I don't really feel like I need abrasion protection in the dirt so much. But honestly, all the places you want to be protected against abrasion have the pads. So if you go down, you're probably gonna go down on one of these areas and you are protected. Of course, I'll throw on the jacket whenever it's not blazing hot, but to have the option to wear this alone is gonna be great. Now let's talk about pricing. This thing is not much cheaper than the Revit Proteus, if at all, and I can tell why. I mean, this is like quality zippers, the stitching is tough. You can just tell this is a really well-made piece of gear. The armor is made in Germany, but the shirt was sewn right here in the United States. At some point, I'm gonna ride down to their showroom to meet the owners and get a look at what they have going on. And of course, I'll share that trip with you too. Now let's get this thing out in the blazing heat and see how it does. All right, I've got my Bohn shirt on. It's about 80. It's pretty hot, but it's not like, you know, it's not insanely hot, which I will test eventually too. I'm actually going down to Columbia next weekend, so I might, I'll bring this set up there, and that's the hottest place on earth. So, and yeah, it's 80 degrees and it feels like I got the AC on. Now, you know, this shirt cannot make the temperature lower than it is, obviously. So if it's 105, it's gonna be 105. But on the Tat, I was like in that huge black jacket, and it was super unpleasant, man. And this would be just better. I mean, I really feel the airflow. I feel it through the chest pads. I mean, I can actively feel it. And I've got a t-shirt on underneath the Bohn shirt. But the airflow is just amazing. And honestly, I think if you're gonna wear pads, a jacket isn't great, because I mean, my jacket is, you know, it's not form-fitting at all. It's a jacket. It's and so those pads are just sort of hovering there above my my elbows and whatever. The shoulder pads, of course, stay where they are. The back does too, and that jacket doesn't have chest protection. But the elbows, which is probably what you're most likely to deal with, it floats all over the place. Same in my pants. Those float all over the place too. Bohn does have pants, and I'm gonna look into those as well. Maybe when I go down there, I'll check those out. This thing does exactly what it's supposed to do. I mean, it's letting the air in. I'm trading a bit of abrasion protection for comfort, and that is absolutely okay with me. Especially since I still do have abrasion protection on the pads. I mean, if I hit the road and start sliding, you know, I don't know how long these pads are going to stay where they are, because it's mesh, and while the stuff on where the pads is a little bit tougher, it's you know, it's Lycra. It's gonna rip apart. That's just not what it's made for. There's Helen's Bridge. It's haunted, in case you were wondering. Yeah. My brakes are making some very strange fire starter noises, almost. I can't get it to do it, but there it goes. That's just like the fire starter sound. All right, I just threw on my vest. That's a subject for a different video, but just wanted to see how that would feel. And it's got giant pockets in the front, and it definitely blocks some of the airflow, but still, I mean, I got the vest because of filming stuff, just to have it like I can just get it immediately, like especially the little drone. I'm just trying to make it easier to use, so I use it. And even with the vest on, the airflow is amazing. Yeah. And so for real, I feel no discomfort riding this, you know, definitely 25, 30, 35 in the dirt. And quite honestly, I feel fine with it, you know, even 45 or so on the street. And, you know, after that, I'd probably throw on the jacket if it's going to be a long period of time on anything faster than that. Because, yeah. And I'm psyched because my jacket can go right there in the beaver tail of the Reckless 80. It's always just right there, ready to go. Oh shit. Sorry, bears. Don't get between mama. Yeah, but I don't even know what I was saying anymore. The bear wiped my mind clean. Not related, but I finally had to get a bear lock for our garbage can because they're out of control, dudes. The city bears. I don't feel like they're dangerous even a little bit, but they sure are a pain in the neck. So yeah, I feel like it's like the air rolls in through the shoulders and the middle of my chest and just sort of spreads. And I really do feel a coolness underneath the chest pads, which I didn't really expect. And the back pad, I can see when it's really super hot and you're not getting airflow back there, that's going to be, you know, a little bit sweaty, but not like a big clunky jacket sweaty. I think this is going to be great. I'm very excited. So if you have questions about this thing, don't hesitate to ask in the comments. I've dropped an affiliate link in the description so you can get more info. Please use that so they know someone watched this video. I want to thank Bohn for sending this to me. This is going to be great. And I think I'm going to head out on a nice, cool, sweatless ride. Hey, please like this video if you liked this video, and if you'd like to see more, hit that subscribe button and the alert bell. Also, if you're interested, there are links to gear lists and goofy t-shirts in the description. Thanks a ton for watching.